Anybody can become a father. However, it takes a very, very special person to call himself a dad. And on this episode, we're going to dive into the 5 fundamentals that a father should teach his son to become a better version of what he is. On today's episode, as always, joining me, Anna-Marie Meyer and Eddie Magane.
Thank you.
Sure, thank you, boss.
Let's get into it. I'm very excited about this one. So, the 5 things a father should teach his son. And no better way to start it by giving a mother's point of view, and that's take responsibility.
To me, when these came out, it was quite a struck, because we as a mother take lead. We make sure that everything is done. So we tend to spoil them. And because it's our sons, we tend to spoil them even more. We would be more involved with the girls. And that was one thing my husband said to me one day. You need to make sure that he's got responsibility. Yeah. Need to make his own bed. One day, that young little boy is going to grow up to be someone in a community. So that was true words. And as from that day, I made sure that my husband take the lead on responsibilities. So there's certain responsibilities where I don't get involved, but I need to listen to it and I need to hear it on a daily basis, because if he's not there, I need to fulfill that. Yeah. I need to carry on with that chores. But having a responsibility, one day he's got to grow up to have that responsibility in a workplace, in an environment, in a community, between his fellow students at school. So responsibility is the first thing they need to get to know.
Beautiful. Number 2, let love lead.
Yeah, in every circumstance, situation, love should be the way. It's very easy. It's very easy to come from a place of love in comfortable situations, comfortable places. It's easy to be coming from a point of love if you're sharing a Christmas day with family. However, where you need to catch yourself is in unfavorable situations. You need to remain calm and remember that people act the way they act because of what burdens them in life. We never know what people are going through. So you can be that energy that they need. Whatever happens, be it road rage, be it a very difficult client, people are not nasty for no reason. So you can be the one positive person that they meet in their day. It takes just one person to make the world a better place, and it can start with you.
Beautiful. Yeah. Love the analogy.
With the softer word.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Number 3, need to be smart with money. So this is it's a huge problem. I don't think it's a South African problem. I think it's a worldwide problem. Kids don't get taught financial skills at school, unfortunately. And that causes lots of turmoil in their lives later. So even though money is not perhaps the most important thing in life, it's very important, it's crucial for you to have the money discussion from young, because money provides you with options, money provides you with security, money provides you with confidence. Yeah. Because if you are good with money, you know how to not only make it, you know how to keep it, and then the trick is to teach your children how do they multiply the money. How does that money grow little money babies for them? And the moment that you start, and the moment that it makes sense to that child, their future looks brighter.
I just wanted to add, you've touched on yourself growing up, the first few bucks you've made off camera the other day. And I thought maybe this should be introduced as a subject at school, because I'm trying to remember now, what was I thinking when I was 17? I only thought of money just to get it and spend it.
Overspending.
Yeah. So if this was introduced maybe as a subject first at school, then reinforced at home by parents, we would catch on quickly.
You see it, and this is the trick. This is the difference when it comes to your circumstances growing up, who you associate with, what conversation do you take part in. You know, I also grew up with very rough friends. Yeah. We were naughty like everybody was. At 17, I was naughty. However, I always had a father that reminded me, listen to me nicely. You know, you're making this money. I was already working and earning my own money at 17. I was selling cars at 17. I was making a lot of money at that age. But, you know, spending it wastefully. Eventually, we had a tougher conversation because he didn't, you know, get through to me until he made me realize it's one thing to make money. Almost anybody with enough work can make money, but very few people can keep and grow that income. And that's the angle that changed my life forever, because I stopped spending wastefully. I understood that if I restrain or refrain from going out and having a big jaw with all my friends, at the end of the month I would have X amount of money in my bank account. At the end of 10 months I could actually invest that jaw in one cheapie of a car and make a profit from that. So not only making the money, because that's what schools and universities teach you. This is how you perform a function in society. You make money this way. Nobody teaches you how to keep and then grow your...
And reinvest in yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you know, that's a fundamental that a father needs to instill in their son. Number 4, you have to get it done.
Get it done. Do it. Get down to it. And I think most of our kids nowadays anyway, I've got a subject I've got an exam in 3 days, but they leave it until the last minute. And that is something that only a father can teach that son, is you're going to be the main person of that household one day. You might become a manager or whatever, but if you're not going to take lead in getting things done. So if I need to take out the garbage bin and it needs to be out on Monday, make sure you've checked it on Sunday night, because they pick it up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Do you really want to run out, rush, or oversleep, and then suddenly you're too late for it? Get it done. Plan, goal setting. So it's all those little tick boxes that you need to do. But whatever you take, get it done. Don't postpone, because you end up not doing it, and you need to look at someone else to say, oh, sorry, I missed it. I missed my deadline. So one day you're going to miss deadlines. But if you teach your son from this age, get it done, one day when he's a grown-up, he's not going to miss his deadlines.
So it's something that my father's probably thousands of times repeated and asked me, can I count on you to do that? Because then we've got a verbal contract. Can I count on you? Do I have your word? He always used to ask me, can I count on you to get this done?
You made a promise.
And when I say yes, I've committed. I've signed the contract. So beautiful, beautiful topic. Never stop learning, ever.
Yeah, hoping I'm speaking to a young person out there. I would want to go that direction. What's in books? What do you find in books? Knowledge. So what knowledge is in there? We're privileged enough to have people that were willing and are willing to share their failures with us so that they can pave a route for us. So I encourage everyone out there to study, read, any information that can add value. What value do you take to the market without knowledge? What is it that you can hold on to and be able to apply throughout your life and be able to get yourself paid? It's knowledge. It's in books. And the minute you're privileged enough to get the knowledge or worked on it, you need to learn how to apply it. Always apply, because it's pointless to have the knowledge if you're not going to apply it.
Absolutely. May I challenge you publicly on camera? So if you were to pick your team, I was challenged this way a couple of days ago. And I first thought about it. Then I thought, okay, got you. So if you were to pick your team, on the one side of the fence, you've got somebody with an MBA that got honors. Okay. On the other side, you've got somebody that matriculated, but will read for the rest of his life 2 books a month.
I'll take the reader.
Why?
Simple, because by the time you get to it, and for every month I'm going to read 2 books. So he's going to grow up while reading books. He's going to enrich himself while reading books. The guy that got his honors got it maybe at the age of 27. But the guy that's going to keep on reading, he's going to keep on growing. And he might just catch it, and that is exactly what I need.
And is it fair to put this assessment on the person that got the MBA He got the MBA in, call it 2022, but 5 years from now, the world looks nothing like it looks in 2022. So perhaps, unless he also continuously enriches himself, he's so far behind, it's very difficult to catch up now, because he's basing his decision-making and processing skills on what happened in 2022 and the way he was taught, which was probably 10-year-old knowledge anyway.
I don't care as long as that person read every month of his life, every day of his life. I'm happy to take him. I don't care what degree they've got or not. As long as they read, because they constantly, and the same, I challenged you the other day and I said, can I take your team on cooking classes? And you, yes, of course, because the moment you're happy in life to take on any challenge, no matter if it's out of your comfort zone or not, that kind of person is prepared to learn.
Yes.
Because if I come up to you and I say, listen, we're going to go for pottery classes, and you turn around, no, I'm not going to do that. So you're not open for change. You're not open to learn a new skill. And that's why I normally challenge people with something silly. We all want to drive cars, because that's our industry. But I hate cooking. But if they want to take me, I'll go. Because maybe I can be a very good cook.
100%.
And that's why I'll take the person reading. I don't know about
Never ever stop learning.
Never.
I really enjoyed this episode. If you guys did as well, the way you say thank you to us is leave us a comment as well as the like button, and
please subscribe to our channel.
Sure, or ring a bell.
thank you very much. Take care of yourself and everybody around you. Bye-bye.